Welcome to Jack Fleming Artistry. This is a job that I did last year. He absolutely loved the work that I did for him on this, especially the chrome work. However, he recently switched over to an LLC, and with that, he had to change the name of his truck company. So I've masked off the part that we're gonna remove, and I thought I'd make a video showing you how I go about removing a name and then replacing it. My first step was cleaning the whole surface with glass cleaner. Then I used a little bit of like fine line tape, some masking paper, masking tape, and actually packaging tape. And masked this off in a way to try and protect the lettering that's underneath here. So my paper's over that. I put the packaging tape on here as a layer so that the chemicals I'm gonna use don't saturate the paper and sit on that. And then I used my masking tape around here and finally decided I probably should put some of that packaging tape on top of that too, just so that those chemicals aren't sitting in that masking tape on top of the paint. So a little bit of recap here on materials needed so far. And they could differ, but I've got packaging tape, fine line tape, masking paper. I've got a box of rags here. We're gonna need a lot of those. We've got our glass cleaner. I've got water, and then our secret ingredient, I guess, heavy duty oven cleaner. Just to show you real quick, that little piece of tape that was right there, the whole point in it was just to get as close as I could to this and not get tape on top of that lettering there, because I don't want to ruin that at all. Scary part starts now. Just so you know, I set a timer on my computer over here. I don't like to let that sit for more than maybe 3 to 5 minutes tops. Now I'm gonna start scrubbing on this with my paper towel, and you can see it's immediately pulling a lot of it up. Should probably put some gloves on. This stuff's pretty nasty. Before I go and get gloves, I wanna neutralize this real quick with just some water and a rag, and wipe that off. And I'm gonna let it sit and rest for just a little bit. In the meantime, I'm gonna go wash my hands. I'm gonna go find me some gloves, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna keep repeating this process. So, wanting this neutralized, I hit it a few times here. My theory on letting it rest is so that that clear coat isn't getting hammered so much. It doesn't seem to react at all to the oven cleaner, but I'm sure if it sat there long enough, it might cause problems, milkiness or something like that. And I'd rather not have to fix clear coat or cover it up. I think I'm gonna hit this with glass cleaner one time too. So we're going through a lot of rags today. There might be people that say that I'm going overboard on some parts of stuff like this. Probably don't have to clean it quite so much and let it rest so much, but I'm a better safe than sorry kind of guy. So let's let that rest. All right, I'm back. I've got my gloves. I washed my hands, took a little break, got something to drink after washing my hands. I'm gonna hit this again. This time I'm gonna go a little heavier with it. And one of the things I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna take and neutralize anything outside of that square, because I don't want that sitting there. And I've got a little bit of overspray out here. Make sure we didn't get any down there on those DOT numbers. Doesn't look like it. Fold this back again, hit those with a little bit of glass cleaner. And we're waiting 5 minutes on this again. Time to scrub on this again. You can see a lot more is coming up. Where that white's being harder to take up than anything. Guess that just goes to show how vulnerable red is. Not just oven cleaner, but it's vulnerable to the sun and everything else. Doesn't look like anything else is coming up. So we're gonna hit it with water again. Saw where some of it got scrubbed outside of the dill there. So clean all that we can. Probably should have kept my gloves on. Here I am again, messing up on the glove thing. Looks like we're going through some glass cleaner today too. I'll peel that up a little bit just because I know that's got chemicals sitting in it. And it's sitting there on our surface. I'm gonna let that sit again and I'm gonna go wash my hands again. For kicks and giggles, I'm gonna take my fingernail here and see if it does anything to this paint. And it doesn't, so just keep going. I'm gonna spray this again and then go hit my timer again. Back to the timer. White is being stubborn. I haven't neutralized it yet. I'm gonna see if maybe this is a plastic razor blade. Man, that white's stubborn. Not a big fan of doing this right here. Go ahead and neutralize it, squirt it again. Try a little bit more of this. No, it's tough. I think what it is I did that chrome effect on there, and where I put all the little white highlights and stuff, the paint's way thicker, so that's the parts we're having a hard time getting off. Let this rest and get it again. All right, it's rested a while. I used my fingernail and really got after these spots are left as good as I could. So fingers crossed, I think this will be the time that finishes it. All right, it's all off, but boy, that was tough. It doesn't normally take me that many times, maybe like 2, 3, 4 tops. But that chrome effect, you know, just all those layers and stuff, just as soon as I clean this, you could feel a little edge where the tape was. That's already kind of starting to go away. I guess like that clear maybe like swells a little almost with the oven cleaner. So we're letting that rest. I've still got to do the other one. I'm not going to make you guys sit through that. We'll kind of fast forward past that. I'm going to go eat lunch first, though. Back from lunch and back at it. The one thing I learned on the other part was if I mask more, I won't have to clean all the surfaces around it as much. All right, let's remove this. Give it a final clean. Don't want y'all to think that this is a quick process. I started at like 11 o'clock, I think, today, and I'm still working on this, and it's getting close to 5 o'clock, I think. It's just time, letting things rest, letting the chemicals do their job, cleaning, more cleaning, more cleaning. Oh, but I think we're ready to go ahead and start drawing this out. I realize I probably shouldn't skip over this. We cleaned that before. This is the first one that we did, and it's rested quite a while. Since it's rested, I'm going to go ahead and clean it with wax and grease remover. Just quickly. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to clean it with glass cleaner. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll try to make this fast for y'all, keep you from getting bored. Doesn't take a lot of time to do all this. This is going to be my final clean before I start drawing off here. I didn't want to skip over that, make you guys think that I'm going straight from removing that stuff to resting and then directly to drawing it off. I am going back to my normal cleaning procedure. So that's usually glass cleaner, then wax and grease remover, then glass cleaner again. And then after that, alcohol, rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, whatever you want to call it. All the same thing. Now I'm ready to draw this out. Okay, I sent a picture of this to my customer, got approval from him. So now I'm sitting here drawing it out, and then we'll paint it. And I'm just drawing it directly on the surface. Both pieces that I have are going to be different sizes, so no real sense in making a pattern. By the way, I used an Omnichrome pencil, which just wipes off with water whenever I'm done, so it's not a big deal. And I'm using one-shot paint with hardener in it. A variety of brushes, starting with the Tilly Quill here. We'll move into some other brushes as we go. This tape here is one that I found that I really like. It's 3M's Precision Masking Tape. Leaves a pretty good clean edge. Brush I'm using right now is a Virus 2. I believe it's a size 4. And the point in using the tape right now more than anything is just to make sure that everything looks uniform across the top. It's not necessarily for straight clean edges. If you've watched the channel for a while, you probably see me using a lot of the same brushes over and over and over again. I've got a lot that I use, but some of them are just great workhorses. This name right here is just the last part. All right, we are done with this. Took a little bit longer than I thought because it was a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be to remove the old paint that was on there. Hope you guys got something out of this. Leave a comment. Let me know if you have any tips that would help me out or might help somebody else out on this kind of stuff. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you learned something. Click on one of the 2 videos that pops up. Hit like, subscribe, all the good stuff. See y'all next time.